Ball from the Ball back with the UFO Podcast, and today our guest is no stranger to the football scene in Jamaica. But first, you know what, for big up Double 7, our sponsors for this season, because them always support the culture. Whether it be sports, entertainment, or food, them always keep the vibes and the energy high. Today, we're at Vauxhall High School with Kyle Butler. Welcome, Butler.
Yeah, man. Welcome in the dungeon. You know.
All right. Or should I say coach?
Yeah.
I mean, last season, you were playing in the Jamaica Premier League.
Yeah, man.
So what made you decide to switch from player to coach so soon?
Not a switch still. It's just a matter that I've been coaching. I've been coaching with the Phoenix Academy. I've been coaching, overseas, So I found that it was time for me to be able to practice my coaching and be able to be in an environment where I can control certain decisions and be able to kind of express myself more. So I'm going to play, football after the Manning Cup season. So that's the plan for me. So it's not really a switch. It's just like I'm doing both at the same time, But I have to think future-wise, I'm 27 now. A couple years time, I won't be playing as much anymore. So I know that I want to get up my badges as quick as possible, as young as possible, because the game is going in that direction now where young coaches are, taking over and kind of being able to kind of stamp them class all over the world. So that's the direction I want to go.
Okay. I mean, coaching Vauxhall in the Manning Cup, that's a big responsibility. I mean, talk to me about your vision for this team.
No, man, it's a big responsibility, but it would be a big responsibility anywhere. But I'm grateful for the Vauxhall family to give me the responsibility, not just to be a coach, but to guide these youngsters in the right way. Have to be more than a coach. You have to coach them on the pitch, off the pitch. You have to be a father figure, a brother. So, I understand the responsibility. I understand where I am and what we need to do to get these boys in the right direction. The talent pool down this area is always great. We'll always find great players within this area. So it's a matter of fact of keeping them disciplined, keeping them focused, and providing a structure and an environment for them to thrive.
Touching into, the Vauxhall High School as like, a family and the community.
Yeah.
I mean, integrating into that, because the football really brings the community, the whole community together.
Yeah, man.
What has that initial experience been like for you?
It's been great. I'm familiar with the community. I played a lot of games over here during my younger stages, like under 13, under 15, under 17, when we were playing against Brownstown, Raytown, all of them side there. So I'm familiar with the field. I'm familiar with the environment. I know that it's a tough place to come and get any points. Last year, nobody won over here. So I want to kind of enhance on that environment where it's very difficult for anybody to come here and play us. So, it's exciting. I want to engage the fans. I want to engage the community to come out and support us. And, we'll do more stuff as well for the community, like treats. All of that is kind of planned, but we have to take it step by step and, do the right thing.
A lot of players, they go into coaching later in their career. Mm-hmm. You mentioned that, you think it's the right time now. I mean, talk to me more about that. We're seeing more younger coaches. Why do you think it's important for people to go into coaching more earlier?
I mean, it's a modern era right now where the coaches are younger. They can they can bounce ideas with the youth. They're closer. The youths are when they give enough information, it's more than
more relatable.
Exactly, yeah. That's the word, relatable. Than if it was a older person. But the old wisdom is important as well. But I find that the game is evolving so much where demonstration, visuals, video analysis, data, all of those things are coming into the game, and a young person is able to deal with that and being relatable with the players, understanding as well, because you have some coaches that were players before, so you understand how a player feels after a game, you understand how they feel in that position. You understand that playing is different than watching it from the sidelines, spacing, awareness, all of that. So, you have to factor in all of those things. And as I said, I want to be a part of the new era with the young coaches and, be a pioneer for my generation.
Do you see this as like, short-term motivation, this Vauxhall project, or is it a long-term project for you?
No, man, it's a long-term project. When I came here in the school, I made sure to tell them that the most important thing for me is the younger program, where we can develop the younger players from earlier, have them ready earlier, and be able to compete on a consistent basis. Not just that, but the school, the academics, everything, the field, the atmosphere, all of that is what we have planned to improve in, to have a proper football program here at Vauxhall is what we want to do. We're building that. And yeah, man, in years to come, we're definitely going to have that. Whether I be here or not, what I want to ensure that whoever is here, they understand that there's a blueprint. You understand? I have to stick by that blueprint. So definitely a long-term project. We don't intend to drop the standard. We have very, very demanding standards that the team have to meet. And we're excited for the future, for sure.
So what's been the biggest adjustment that you've had to make so far, moving from being a player to, the one calling the shots?
The adjustment is that you have to be accountable and be responsible. Understand that every move you make, it can affect a player, it can affect a person. It has a lot of consequences. However, you have to be ready for it, and I am ready for it. The biggest adjustment, I would say, is off the pitch. Definitely off the pitch. The discipline, the direction, the belief, the mindset, the self-esteem, all of those things that I had to come in and fix before we can even fix things on the pitch. Just to have these boys believe that they can do it, that's the first step.
Manning Cup is a huge thing in Jamaica,
Yeah, man.
So what I want to know is, how do you balance, developing young players, versus chasing results?
Well, I feel like once you're doing the right thing, the results will come eventually. If you don't change your principles, you have a proper philosophy, a proper standard, then once you implement that system, then the results will come. So, it's development over winning for me, at least. I feel like that's where youth football should be versus winning at all costs. But what's important as well is that you develop a winning mentality, and you develop that from in training, and develop that in the mindset, in the belief, the mental side of it. So all of that is off the pitch that you have to really work on. So I always say, if my team plays well, plays the proper way, and we lose and we give everything, kudos to the next team. They were just better than us on the day. And we'll move on and we'll get better and better and better. Because when Manning Cup ends, there has to be a plan. There has to be us knowing that, all right, this player is moving here, this is the plan for them, stuff like that. So it's bigger than just the competition. This is why the development is critical.
Do you have a structure like that in place here at Vauxhall for, your players to make the transition to that next level when they are finished with the Schoolboy Football program?
We have ideas, we have a structure, we have connections. However, it's to really put all of them together and really, see it matriculated. Everything is new, so, a lot of things is going to be difficult. But we do have a plan where we meet with all of the players. We individually decide on what each individual, which career path they want to take, whether they want to be a professional footballer at the highest level, whether they want to go to the college route, or whether they just want to, go into work or actually go and learn coaching. A lot of people forget that there are a lot of jobs in football that you can get. You can become a scout, you can become a coach, you can become a trainer, you can become a fitness coach, agent. You understand? You have so many things that you can become through football. Even what you're doing, you can even become that media side. So we prepare the boys all around. And as I said, there are different vehicles to success. Not everybody is going to reach a mountaintop, but we're going to aim there for sure.
That is it, man. And we always hear people talk about the workload in Manning Cup. Like, they're always saying that there's the issue of the players being overplayed. What What's your take on that topic, of the players playing too many games in the season, and the whole physical load that are put on the players at a young age?
I would have said that's an issue. I mean, when you're young, your body can manage the load. I remember when I was 16, 17, 18, I could play 3 games back to back. But, I mean, I do understand the science side of it, and it is difficult, but the more games the youths can play, the better. The more chances them get to show themselves, to be on a platform where the world is watching, it can betterment them for their family and it will be better. What I think is that we need to play it longer. If we can have a 6-month competition where the games are a bit stretched out, you play everybody twice instead of, you're playing once and then the competition done in 3 months.
Yeah, you have a break for like 3-5 months.
Exactly.
Inactive.
That's what we need in the youth football. We need a longer competition. Just like the Premier League, we need youth football to have the same exact format where we can play right throughout the year, and in the development of the players competing against each other consistently, training, it will be way better.
I agree with him. Because at that stage, it's the development crucial in terms of like learning, the mechanics of the game and just making sure you're always, practicing. So if you take a long break, it's like you regress.
Exactly, you regress. The repetition is off. The world overseas, bro, it's gone to another level. The technology that they're using, the data, the analysis, all of those things that we are behind on. We need to start implementing that. We need to start taking their blueprint and implementing that in our systems, in our youth thing there. The U15s, right? Mm-hmm. That did so well in the last competition. They were going on camp every 2 weeks. Or every week they were going up the JFF and playing together. Why do you think they won so convincing? That's what we have to do. We have to consistently have these boys playing football and enjoying it and learning and, using the data, being aware, spaces, why you need to be here, all of that.
So I think the biggest challenge locally that, most people or most clubs, teams aren't achieving this?
Definitely investment. I think that is a big thing. Resources is a big thing. We don't have good fields. We don't have proper investment in the academies to kind of have that competition where we can able to fund that consistently. As I said, as you mentioned before, the winning at all cost mentality needs to cut out and put the development first. That's where we see the younger players flourishing. And then when they transition into men's football, that's when the winning and results and all of them things that come, the pressure. When you pressure a kid at 15, 16, by the time he meet 19-year-old, him done with ball.
Yeah.
You get me? Him don't want nothing to do with it. Him put on that thing or find a work. Make the youth them enjoy the football, make them mistakes. Make them, learn from their mistakes and enjoy it and come again. You get me?
Right. And I mean, so you face any of those challenges here at Vauxhall, in terms of like having the resources to do the job that you want?
No, I would have said that we don't have a lot of resources. Mm-hmm. But to me, not having the resources is kind of what makes us who we are. You get me? It makes us more hungry. It makes us want it more. It makes us appreciate more. You get me? So I'm a person that will work with whatever we have and be grateful for whatever we have. But if we had more resources, we could definitely take the program to another level. But we have to understand that we have to creep before we can walk. You get me? And that's where we are now. And very, very proud of the progress that we have made and what we will be able to achieve in such a short space of time. And we have even more to go, for sure.
All right, and the ultimate aim for this season so far?
Ultimate aim for this season, as I said, we're going to reach for the mountaintop. Is to definitely bring back some silverware to the school this year. Our unit is a young unit. Majority of our team can play back again twice. So we are excited in what years to come. But this year, we're definitely competing for silverware. We want to get something, whether it be the Walker Cup, whether it be the Champions Cup, the Money Cup itself. we want to let the boys know that, listen, we are going for something and we're going to bring back some.
So right now, we got the UFO segment. Yeah, right now we got the UFO segment sponsored by 77. So Kyle, you know what's a UFO?
Yeah, I know what's a UFO.
All right, so we want to know, Kyle, what's your UFO?
My UFO is bring more of the local players in the national team. We show them so they're more hungry and that they can achieve more with these hungry players that want to play for the national cause.
All right, so you say give the local player them the chance because they want it more.
Of course, because look on King, look on Dixon, friggin' Cephas. The Unity Cup, majority of them were thing. And they looked amazing. If you look at the Unity Cup compared to the Gold Cup, it was night and day. Just the hunger that the boys had.
Yeah, that was shocking, like the performance at the Unity Cup and then a couple of weeks later.
A couple of weeks later, drastic. And that's just a hunger thing. Because let me tell you, when you reach a certain place in life and you're comfortable, you don't have that drive to kind of go more and push again. You get me, I say?
Yeah. Like you reach a place where you accomplish.
So we need to balance that part in the national team. And that's where I feel like we're lacking. Where our players aren't as hungry as we need them to be to reach the World Cup.
A lot of people feel that the Jamaica Premier League doesn't get, the proper investment, in terms of like the sponsors, the crowd, as opposed to the Manning Cup. You feel like Jamaica values the Manning Cup higher than the Jamaica Premier League?
I feel like the Manning Cup has more history. It's more talked about, it's more exciting. However, the Premier League lacks marketing, it lacks a plan, it lacks serious investment in terms of, promotion, and the players need to play a part as well and become superstars. The more players that build their brand off the pitch, coaches, the teams that build their brand off the pitch and actually turn these players into superstars will attract more players around the world to come. It will attract more fans to come and watch the games. It will have a more fanfare. It will have a different atmosphere in the stadiums. That's what I feel like we're lacking in, definitely.
Completely agree with you in terms of the superstar aspect, because I feel like people just, like in Jamaica, we focus on, turn up our training, if we do. And the whole aspect of, getting the job done, the results and all that. But the marketing side is important.
Exactly.
Like, people want to go watch them favorite player, them want to see a superstar, and off the field, people want to, feel like them a part of your worldly life
Why
as well.
we wait till you them go foreign for kind of idolize them? We don't need to wait for that. If we can promote these players and them do it themselves, turn them into superstars, turn them into brands, and them understanding that they are a brand, a role model, then we can definitely make more money as well that can reinvest into the league. You get me? Have a different atmosphere, a different culture. All of them things they need to change. But I feel like, our culture as well, nobody no better than nobody. That is what we have. And we rather beat down the ball of them before them bust. You get me? So I feel like we need to change that. 1, 2, invest more into the marketing. 3, encourage the players to work on their brands, become more superstar-like, and it will create a better atmosphere. In the Manning Cup, you ever find a 1-2 players that get idolized, like a Whisper, Dixon? You get me?
For real, I feel like you have more superstars.
Every year
Manning
you
Cup,
have a superstar from Manning Cup, and that is the person that brings the crowd.
When you're a superstar in a Manning Cup, you're a superstar.
Exactly, and that
superstar.
And that live with you till the end.
You could have not kicked no ball after that.
Say him, Tyreek McGee at JC, Alex Marshall at Georges. Isn't it Tool when him did there at Georges? All of them man, they are superstar in them time. You get me? So if we can create more people like that in the JPL, create more people like that, then we will have a better league. And we'll attract more players from overseas to come in. You get me? And that will attract investment.
What do you think about the topic of discipline with the local players? People always question the level of discipline with the players locally, whether it be the habits, turning up the training late, stuff like that. And especially as a young coach, coming into the space, how are you going to try and influence the players to, implement and enforce a certain level of discipline?
All right. Well, first, I feel like the problem with the discipline is that they're not paid enough. They're not paid enough to be on time. They're not paid enough to dedicate them entire 24 hours to football. That is number one. A lot of the clubs are failing in that area, so we need investment in that area. Number two, we have a culture problem. We're too laid back, too, easy going. We don't understand, say, yo, we have to go and push. But discipline is something you can fix. I always say that it's something you can fix. You can clean up the heart. You can expose players, give them opportunities, and then they'll become eye openers. That's what we do. And yeah, that's what I think. But I feel like the first step, especially in the Premier League, need to pay the baller them better so they can dedicate them time and invest them energy strictly in football. A lot of the players in Premier League, they must sell a town, they must do one bag of other thing, they must go late for training, they must go tired, they must go at the dance at night time and hustle. You understand? Look on Shokobus. Shokobus was a prodigy when me I play youth football, You understand?
Tough one.
And now, he must select her because the league never did pay him enough. And you can't wrong a man for that.
Entertainment business, good business in Jamaica still, isn't it? So
you get me? But imagine what he could have become.
True.
True. So, I mean, Mount Pleasant doing a good job where that is concerned, and I see that other teams are kind of following the trademark. But we do need more investment. We need to respect the players a little more, pay them a little more, and then we can demand more from them. I find that because as well, even as a coach, it's because you know the situation, you can't even demand. You can't even push them the way you really want to push. You get me, as
you know the situation.
Exactly.
Rough.
Exactly. So in professional football, they're getting paid. If you think about Liam Bay, they're getting paid X amount, right?
Yeah.
They can demand 100% from him every single day.
With that level of investment, expectation will come, So.
Exactly. So we have to think about it.
I feel like that go back to the whole, like, the investment, like, it's because there isn't the investment. The clubs can't pay them.
Yeah.
And, like, corporate Jamaica not really invest in the ballers because them not really see the value because of the marketing aspect lacking. So it
all tying together, exactly.
So my going in the
all tying together. It all tying together. So and meeting need to be had. Everybody need to come together. The marketing, the baller them, the board, everybody come together and say, this is the plan, this is what we're going to do. See what happens in 2, 3, 4 years, and then come back to the drawing board. But I feel like if we invest in other players, give them, turn them into a superstar, invest in the marketing more, you get me? Fill up the stadiums more, have more attractions, create a better atmosphere, make it a vibe, make it an event.
Yeah, like we have champs. And
exactly, make every game an event. And then that's when you'll draw people.
Some people believe that Jamaicans are too focused on, like raw talent as opposed to like tactics and structure. What do you think about that?
Naturally, Jamaicans are talented for sure, right? If you go in a Rima, you find 1 million of them. But the tactics and the structure and the chessboard game is where the game is at now. You get me? And you're seeing more and more, even in the Premier League now, you see that, Cavaliers have a style of play, Mount Pleasant have a different style of play. The tactics are becoming critical in terms of the success of these teams. And if you look at the top 4, the top 6, they all have a certain style of play, they all have a certain structure, they all have a certain tactic that they're working with. And the teams that fail are the ones with less structure, bad coaching. So I feel like, as well, coaching is a big part of our failure as well. So we need better coaches, and I see this making a step in the right way, getting everybody, the A license badge, can go to the pro badge now. You get me? It's important. So better coaching, better players.
I could shift focus a little bit now. You know, you always have a topic of the reggae boys.
Yeah.
You know, World Cup qualifiers coming up. Long time when I qualify for World Cup. We want to make it to a second World Cup. And we feel like this is, you know...
The easiest year to do it. It is in the cards. If we don't do it this year, I don't know when we're going. This time around, I don't know when we're going to do it.
So if we drop the ball, you don't know
If
when
we
we're going
drop
to pick
the
it up
ball,
again.
I don't know when the whole nation got heartbroken. I'm telling you, the whole nation is expecting us to go to the World Cup. And if we don't go, it's going to be one big heartbreak.
Realistically, you feel like we can make it?
Of course. On paper, we have the best team in the Caribbean.
No joke. I mean...
In the region, in the Caribbean, in CONCACAF, on paper, you have the best team in terms of pedigree, where them coming from, them development, all of them things. But where we're failing is one, the hunger, two, I think the coach is doing a good job in terms of how he wants to play. But the hunger, the balance of the team, all of them things they need improvement. And we need to support them a little more and not tear them down. You get me? If we want them to succeed, we need to have a positive mentality when we support them. You get me? We can't tear them down if a man lose a ball, if them lose a one match. You get me? But what I realize with the national team has gone is when things start go bad for them, it go really, really bad. Like there's no way for them not really find a way out of the hole, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's like a slippery slope.
Yeah, exactly. If them lose a one match, they're going to lose the next one and the next one.
And then the fans jump on
yeah,
them
exactly.
Back,
so it's even worse. So they need to find their way out of them difficult moments even more. And that comes with them coming together more, bringing more local talent in that really want to play for the country. How good to go.
And you touched upon an important topic there, you know, with the whole pressure, the external pressure.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like, even now, social media puts a lot of, you know, pressure on the footballers and the coaches, isn't it? There's a lot of scrutiny.
Yeah.
You know, as soon as a result doesn't go your way, you know, them at it. And them not even have to see the game for, you know, cussing and everything nowadays. Them go on social media and, you know, them that at you. I mean, as a young coach, you know, how you plan to, you know, manage that type of pressure for not only yourself but like for your team as well?
I'm a victim of it, you know. That's a main reason why I stopped playing football like at the highest level. That the pressure and the mental thing is really, really a real thing that we need to take serious. So I feel like first thing is to acknowledge mental health. I understand that these guys are human and not just robots. You get me? So the negativity that is spread out there, it will have a cause and effect. You get me? That is the first thing that we have to do. And two, on the player side, we have to understand that when you do well, you get a lot of praise and you get a lot of benefits. So we have to understand with big responsibility, too much is given, much is expected. Exactly. Yeah. So we have to understand that part of it. So it's two sides of the coin. So we have to be strong, understand that it comes with the game. We should know that from an early age as well. We'll be mentally strong. And two, on the other side of it, let us treat them like human beings.
So if there's one lesson you learned throughout your playing career that you'd want to use to, you know, impart some knowledge on your Vauxhall squad now, what would that be?
I mean, I'm learning every day. I feel like the most important thing is to enjoy what you're doing. Play as long as you can. Because there will be one day where you can't play anymore. And also, to never give up. That's what I would do. Enjoy what you're doing, play as long as you can, never give up on what you love. And my team, in terms of tactics and all of none of that matters if they don't believe. None of that matters if they don't have the desire, if they don't have the hunger, if they don't have the belief that they can do it. All of the tactics and the fancy stuff, you can't throw it out. So we have a couple of non-negotiables. Work hard, be disciplined, enjoy the game, love what you do. And we'll see what happens, you know.
So where you see yourself in the next 5 years? Think you'll still be coaching, back playing? I know you have Dynasty as well. You think you'll be doing more of that side? Where you see yourself?
Next 5 years, I want to be a proper father to my son, involved in his life 100%. Be coaching, have my agency where, we're sending out players, providing opportunities for them. And also have my label that doing well as well. So, in 5 years, a lot can change. But right now, that's my goal. But my main priority is spending time with my son and my family and my wife.
Kyle, we're going to wrap it up now,
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
I appreciate the interview and the support. And it is important that you get the smaller schools as well. This year, we don't have one TV match. You get me? So we have to make it to the next round to get a TV match. It is important that you get these smaller schools, get them the attention that they need to improve their program. Because simple stuff like that will help them self-esteem. You get me? Make them feel like they're a part of it, that they have a chance. You get me? That them important too. You get me? So.
Where the people can find you on social media?
Kyle Butler 77. You can find me right throughout. But, follow the Vauxhall High School football page. Follow the Phoenix page. Follow Dynasty page. Follow, all of the youth and get a support, come out, have a positive mindset and watch what we have to do.
All right, respect for having us here at Vauxhall, Kyle. I wish you all the best for the season.
Yeah, man, respect, man.
That is it.